It's in the game.
Let's go, Ducks. EA.
Great to have you with us from Brooks Stadium in Conway, South Carolina. EA Sports college football coverage continues with this Week 10 clash. It's the Old Dominion Monarchs and the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. Along with David Pollock and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Hey guys, checking in with the Chanticleers head coach pregame. He knows this is going to be a battle of strength against strength. Their rushing defense against a very potent rushing attack. That's where things will have to bend or break here at the line of scrimmage. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. And the Monarchs ready to kick it away first. He'll start the return inside his 5. He's got great speed. Gets it out to the 33 before he goes out of bounds. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Let's take a step back, talk big picture Coastal Carolina. They were really excited about the pickup they got last week. Commitment from a 3-star defensive back, David. And when programs at this level can get guys like that in the building, everybody celebrates.
That whole building gets excited because transfer portal is one thing, but high school recruiting, when you can get somebody out of high school with some raw tools that are really good, you can see the future could be bright. You take those guys, you try to develop them instead of going into the transfer portal.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Changing the routes with his receivers. It's a draw. Here's some daylight. Could be an alley. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there. As a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+, I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Looking to throw, it's Barber. Quick completion on the out. Looking for room at the 30. He steps out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Big pickup on the ground, and they're rolling.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Still looking to his right. And the ball's on the ground. And they were lucky that fumble went out of bounds. They'll maintain possession. How about the shot of adrenaline and the increase in the pulse rate when you see that football squirt out like that and then it just rolls harmlessly out of bounds?
Did you see all those defenders? You see how quick they got their heads wrapped around? They were trying to find that ball on the ground. They had a lot of bodies running over, diving, trying to get on top of that football in bounds. I'll tell you, I love the effort. They're still trying to create takeaways. Man, they almost came out with a big one there.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks.
And he's in! Touchdown! Shot to clear! The first score of the game for the man who leads the nation in rushing touchdowns. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. A 67-yard touchdown drive there. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Left side, it's Roach. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Makes a connection. There he goes. The 20, the 10. And he scores! Touchdown, Monarchs!
Well, in the modern era of college football, you're seeing more and more athletic tight ends. Like what you just saw right there. The defense had no chance covering that guy down the field. He makes them look silly on his way in for the long touchdown.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point.
Number 93, set to kick off.
On the return, it's Johnson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So the Coastal Carolina offense takes over, and they'll go to work from here. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Handoff from the gun. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front 7, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. To the air, it's Barber. Completes it in the middle. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense picks it up. Touchdown, ODU. And they turn it into a defensive score.
Number one job of a defense, affect the quarterback. Get to him, make him a little bit flustered, uncomfortable. Jesse, his second fumble of the day, and this time it goes to the house.
Yeah, David, you know as a former DN, the coaches were telling their guys, hey, you got him to fumble once. If you get close to him, strip away at that thing. Get your hands on him. The ball's going to come out again. That's exactly what happened. They were opportunistic, not just recovering it, scooping and scoring for a big TD.
They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Look out! And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Breaks into the open. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 and the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
On the move. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
They try to pop a run on the draw. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
Long way to go on second down. Dropping back, it's Barber. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Talking to coaches coming into this football game, he said he's got to keep his quarterback upright, got to protect him. If they give him time, he can do some damage. But so far, man, he's been hit early. He's been hit often. They've got to do a better job of protection up front.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the...
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Snapped on fourth down. Looking deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got room on the return. Inside the 30.
What an amazing play by the defense. Not only do you get the interception, but you completely flip the field. And how about the open field running by that guy once he made the pick?
Final play of the quarter coming. Tells to run, wants to pass. Rolls right. And he steps out of bounds, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Running inside, it's Roach. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And they'll finally make the tackle at the 3-yard line.
I think the OC would have been really happy with a small gain and an easier third down. But how about the effort by the running back to get this close? He saw the first down marker, tried to get to it, got close enough now where it's an easy situation on third down. And shoot, and I got fourth down in my pocket if I want to go for it.
They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Touchdown, Old Dominion! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Johnson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The shot to clear is now ready to go on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat. And now in the pitch, the ball's loose.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. He'll get rid of it. Out wide right, it's Edwards. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
And that's a really fun toy to have. When you can go 5 wide and use your running back, man, and make them have to cover him with a bigger body. A guy that he's faster than, but a guy that can now run routes. And you see these running backs, man, they've developed so well in their route running. Nice route, on the same page with this quarterback. They have a nice connection right there.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Courtney. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
2nd and long here. Sets his feet, it's Barber. Fires to the wideout. Out wide left, it's Washington. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. And the shot to clear has come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They just keep firing. Way off target there.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
On the move, he fires. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Complete downfield. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. The shot that clears come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Lets it go to the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
Great awareness by that defender that time. Seeing the ball thrown, getting his big paw, knocking it down, and now you set up second down.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Trying to get the corner. Trying to get it in. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Coastal.
And how about it? They change up the option look, run the option, but the receiver is the pitch man. And when he gets it, he does what he does best. Turn the afterburners on and takes it to the house.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Makes the quick grab. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. The Monarchs can really attack on this second and short. Snap in the shotgun. Stepping to the right. Quickly to the tight end.
Man, this quarterback's got some speed. You see him use those wheels to get outside. He was on the run. Nobody even close to him defensively before he was able to find an open target to get the first down.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. With the draw, it's Roach. Turning it on. He's past the sticks. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
Just a great job by the quarterback, the running back, the offensive line. Sneaky little devils. What do? Make it look like pass, sneak in the run, catch you off guard. Great play call by the offense.
To the ground. He's got it again. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
And those body blows really, really matter.
Yeah,
I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
I don't think the quarterback made the right read on that play. I know they're asking a lot of this QB. He's got a lot to focus on with the pass game and all the different types of runs that they have in their playbook. But on that play there, that pre-snap look told me to hand it off.
On third down, he drops to throw. Looking deep down the right side. He's got it way down the field. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And another connection and another big play for this offense. And they keep the gas to the floor. Like they're still throwing the football, still making big plays. And this defense, they still have found zero answers in how to get back in this football game.
Tough run here. It's Roach. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Monarchs.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
Slips through the line. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. PAT. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, it's Roach. Found a little bit of running room on that one, but he's brought down, and the clock continues to run.
And oftentimes running backs love draw plays because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback's selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second. So
trying to get behind the defense. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
He's got enough across the 45. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Interesting first half, fellas, and an eye-opening day here in Week 10 on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with Oregon taking on the number 8 team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. And it's the Ducks in this battle to get to 9-0. And if they figure out a way to pull it out, look out. 8 games, 8 wins. It's been a remarkable run so far.
The Monarchs send out the offense to go to work.
Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big 12.
He finds enough room to get it up to the 28-yard line before going out of bounds.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Hits inside. It's Roach. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
That is a good omen for this defense. They were getting lit up in the first half. They knew something had to change. So to set the tone like this early on their opening drive of the third quarter and get a stop on third, that should really help their confidence.
And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play.
And it's a great punt. Obviously, he gives himself time to let his guys get down the field, get in position. Remember, don't let that thing cross the goal line. Try to keep it inside the 10. Nice job down in the football, setting your defense up for great field position.
Runs into a wall. They'll give him 1 out to the 8.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Quarterback signaling to his guys. Looking for the edge. Oh, he's got some space. It's these little moments like that that can help an offense as he gets it up to the 16-yard line.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk gain. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays too.
He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up 4th down as this defense makes a play.
And that's a nice stop by this defense. Nice job stopping the run, setting up 4th and inches. Listen, this is a no-brainer. If I can't...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Got to make the play on fourth. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And they can't connect a costly turnover on downs.
Man, as a defense, you're like, oh, they're going to draw us offside. They're going to draw us offside. They're not going to go for it. They go for it, and you get the big stop. You've set your offense up. You've turned the momentum. This defense should be feeling really good about themselves.
So Old Dominion's offense hopes this drive holds some promise. After punting the last time they had it, they ought to be set up for a much better result with this drive.
This offense better be licking their chops. You're not going to start with better field possession than this all game did.
You ain't lying. Forget about the last possession and what we did. You're already in scoring position. Take care of that football. Make sure you get some points.
Well, they try to dial up the screen pass on first down, seeing if they can catch the defense rushing upfield, but they stayed home. They had their eyes on the football, and they create a negative play.
Wide open downfield. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, ODU.
Number 17 with the grab and the score.
Lining up to add another. And they stay on target with the extra point, up 35-21. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone.
Number 99 set to advance on the football.
From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. He'll be stopped on the return right at the 30-yard line and helps out this offense a few extra yards in field position. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Great place to start for this offense. The give on the counter. There he goes. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Off play action. Buying a little time to his left. Throws for the tight end. Makes the catch. And the Monarchs will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Sells the run, looking to pass. Buying time to his right. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, he tried everything he could that time just to not take a negative play. He didn't get sacked. It was a great job avoiding that. He's just able to get what he can get on the scramble play here.
Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Old Dominion. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Coastal Carolina, 21.
He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Back to throw, it's Barber. Right side, it's Gardner. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Rashetta Downs going up top. Caught over the middle. It's Gardner. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And you got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
And I think one thing people don't take into account is not all fourth downs are created equal.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Moving out to the right. He'll try to do it himself. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys, he could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running.
And it's picked off for the third time today. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And they'll take over first and 10.
Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Roach. Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and that'll be the final play of the third quarter. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
See some running room. There's a crease. 10. Touchdown, Monarchs. Once he got some room, it was over. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. They'll try to add another to their lead. Now, the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on the extra point. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
Turns it upfield. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Hauls it in. He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the first down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively, because you're trailing by...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Needs it here on fourth down. They're all over him. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Flip it out to the back on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Short completion on first down, and here they are with 2nd and 8. They'll run it on the counter. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. And, guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. Rush right in his face. Trying to make magic with his feet. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that just does that, man. Just effortlessly picks up chunks of yards and then smartly gets out of bounds. But this whole offense, man, everybody's a threat. Anybody can take the football and make big plays. And when you got a quarterback with that much athletic ability, it's an absolute nightmare for defenses.
Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, ODU. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. Fielded in the end zone, it's Johnson. And they make the tackle on the return. There is a penalty marker on the play, and they might be backing up a bit. First and 10 after the defense was hit with that personal foul penalty.
Here we go. Ready.
Sets his feet. It's Barber. He fires one deep down the right side. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. And the Shanta clears right after the huge play through the air back to the line. Wants to throw on first. Escapes the pressure going right. Trying to escape and get it himself. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. And the incomplete pass had a lot of juice on it.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the 4th quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. He gets just inside the red zone and goes out of bounds at the 19.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of it.
And that ball's free behind the line. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you, because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Snapped on 4th down. Unloads to the wideout. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will. And it looks as if they'll have all the subtlety of a sledgehammer as they bring in the jumbo dudes for the 2-point try. This quarterback part of their running game. He gets it in there for the 2, and they'll chop a couple off that lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff has got to be so happy with how this offense has been able to come out here on the road, fight the crowd noise, and execute at such a high level, David.
Yeah, just dominate the football game. And now, listen, it's mode where I can run the football, run out the clock, watch this game go to zeros and get the dub.
Fighting off the defender. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the third down, now setting up first and goal.